So this is not the usual kind of videos that I make on my channel. I mean, I do discussions, but I don't rarely ever do it. I mean, I rarely do it on other, I guess, topics or anime. So today we're going to change that a bit. I kind of want to talk about why Sarada Uchiha, the daughter of Sasuke, should become the first Uchiha Hokage. I mean, to be fair, Sasuke doesn't really want to be the Hokage anymore. He just wants to do what his brother did, protect the village from the shadows. And to me personally, I do think this would be a very fitting thing, because if you go all the way back to when the village was first formed, it was formed by Hashirama and Madara Uchiha, who then became an outcast, and Tobirama hated him, and that led to just basically Hashirama and Madara just basically not being friends anymore. And of course those Black Zetsu there manipulating things behind the shadows. But the Uchiha were always kind of, they felt like they were left in the dark. And you know, Itachi was there. Itachi would have been a fitting Hokage if he was alive. He was very intelligent, very skilled, very philosophical, and just an incredible ninja overall. But there is no other Uchiha. We have Sasuke. Like I said, he's going to be in the shadows, and it would kind of put everything, it would tie everything up nicely, because when you look at Sarada and Boruto, they're kind of basically Naruto and Sasuke, but their roles are reversed, where Boruto doesn't want to follow his father anymore, which is, I think it's a good thing, because we already have Naruto, who had that whole Hokage dream that he just fought for, he never gave up, and he finally made it. And then you have Sasuke, who just basically, he had a lot of people manipulating him in his life. You had Orochimaru, you had basically Itachi, but Itachi was kind of trying to protect him, make him stronger, and I don't even, it was just a rough life for Sasuke in general. And Sarada kind of wants to become the Hokage here, which I think is good. I really want to see her, you know, achieve that. I don't know if she's going to be the 8th or the 9th. People are kind of speculating or thinking that Konohamaru should be the Hokage, because that's his dream as well. So we might see him become Hokage at some point. There's been a lot of speculation that Naruto is going to die, and then you're going to have Konohamaru as the Hokage, because of Kawaki. I think that's his name, the rival of Boruto's. Like, we still don't know any of that stuff. We still don't know what happens. It's heavily hinted that Boruto's blue eyes will take everything for him. I don't even want to get into that whole thing. The point is, Sarada will definitely have a chance to become the Hokage in the near future. She definitely kind of seems like an incredibly strong ninja for her age, just like Boruto. Very gifted. She has the Sharingan. She doesn't have the full 3 Tomo unlocked yet. That would then enable her to kind of like predict or see the opponent's movements before they actually even hit. And she seems like a very strong ninja. So if she kind of gets her mother's whole healing jutsu seal thing, and then like if she awakens the Mangekyo, she's gonna lose her eyesight. I really hope that doesn't get like retconned, or like they use some explanation that it doesn't affect her or something like that, because that would make no sense whatsoever. Which, you know, I don't know. The point is, basically, it would culminate all of the, it would basically just put a nice finish to the whole Uchiha clan. You'd finally have an Uchiha clan member become the Hokage. Madara was supposed to be the first Hokage, and now maybe the 8th or 9th Hokage might be an Uchiha, finally, after all of these years. Now, the reason why there were so many Hokage in the first place is because they die. Like, you have the 4th Hokage who ended up dying to protect his son because of the Nine-Tails attacking the village. You have Tsunade, then you had Kakashi, and now we have Naruto. Now, Naruto could well retire and then have somebody else take his place, or something's gonna happen in the series which is gonna have to have Konohamaru step up. I don't really see anybody else stepping up to become the Hokage at that point. Plus it was Konohamaru's dream as well. He is the grandson of the 3rd as well, which it would be fitting as well. I'm just saying, you know, it would definitely be in his character to do that. And then I would see the character after him to become the Hokage would be Sarada. Like, the Uchiha have a really complicated a very complicated and very controversial basically relationship with Konoha, more so than any of the other clans there. And the title of the Hokage would be, like, to finally have an Uchiha become the Hokage would be amazing. And it's definitely gonna happen. I just hope that Kishimoto doesn't end up going back on his plans and then Boruto becomes Hokage, because then you have Minato's son, and then Minato's grandson become the Hokage. So it'd be like 3 family members becoming the Hokage, which would be pretty, I don't know, it would kind of become stale, you know? So to finally have an Uchiha become the Hokage, I guess it would kind of just heal things somewhat, you know? Because you'd finally have an Uchiha that's the Hokage, and Himawari might be the Hokage after. I don't really know. People do want her, but it's just like, I don't think she'd be cut out for that kind of work. It depends on what she's like when she's older, obviously, but I don't know. It's just, I don't really see it happening, you know. But I just want to see Sarada work like extra hard, like really hard to become Hokage, to prove herself, and you know, it would just, it would be cool. I just don't want to see like any SJW things like get really integrated into this kind of simplistic, not really simplistic, this anime isn't simplistic at all. It deals with hardships, relationships, impacts, wars, deaths, so I just want to see her overcome her barriers and just become the Hokage finally, just be an Uchiha Hokage. That would be a very good leader for her village, would be a high motivator to the people. Plus she seems really nice, although she does have a temper that she needs to manage, which seems to run in her family, or not really run in her family. She got that from her mother, definitely. But Boruto supports her. Boruto wants to do for her what Sasuke does for Naruto, basically. Although, actually no, Sasuke just looks after the whole village, the whole thing in the shadows, which is what Boruto wants to do, but then Boruto also wants to protect her as well. So they're probably gonna get like together in the future. It's really hinted. Sarada does seem to like him, so yeah. But I just want to kind of cut this short here. I just want to hear what you guys think of this thing in general. I mean, I don't think there's any other points that I can really bring up here for her being the first Uchiha Hokage. Is there anything else that I can really say here? I've talked about, you know, how it would finally tie up loose ends with the Uchiha, where Madara was supposed to be the first Hokage and then he never got that because people really opposed to him. I don't know, it would just really work really well because Sasuke wanted to become the Hokage too, and then that was passed down to Sarada, who just wants to make a difference, and she's really motivated to, she just wants to make everything good, you know, she just wants to be the Hokage, and I really do think that she should get that. If she doesn't, then I'd be really surprised, you know, like, once Kishimoto does say something, I'm pretty sure, I mean, okay, look, he didn't say anything, but it's heavily hinted that she's gonna become either the 8th or the 9th Hokage. It's basically confirmed at this point, because she has a dream, and if she failed that dream, it would be weird. And one thing I did want to talk about is this: there is no more Uchiha, that hatred they have, that curse that they all fall under, that's gone. Sasuke overcame it. I really doubt that Sarada is ever gonna fall under that whole hatred thing where they just become really evil, because the Uchiha are incredibly emotional characters. They are a very emotional clan. They hold their bonds very high, and once you tear that away from them, they kind of just awaken their Mangekyo, which is, it just messes with their brain, and then that's why they can only awaken it when something tragic happens to them, and then they're not really themselves, and they just fall into darkness, and it's a whole mess. But she's definitely gonna become the Hokage. We're gonna have Boruto with his basically badass role of just keeping the village safe, although it's kind of, it makes you think, because if they're gonna be there as like young adults doing that same thing that Naruto and Sasuke did, where are Naruto and Sasuke gonna be? I just hope that they actually don't end up dying, which would, it would be a huge loss for this village, like an incredible loss, since they are the strongest ninja in the village. Like out of all of the villages, I'm pretty sure they're the strongest 2 ninja alive currently. I'm not gonna say anything about them not being alive because it's very controversial, but let's just end this here. It would tie up loose ends. It'd be great to just have an Uchiha Hokage finally. In a weird way, I just think it would be like Madara in that other world would finally be able to rest me. Like, god damn it, it took them this long to have an Uchiha Hokage. Like, god damn. But anyways, just tell me what your thoughts on this. Do you guys think that she should become the Hokage, or do you want like somebody else to become the Hokage, like Boruto? And either his sister or him. So yeah, just tell me in the comment section, do you even want somebody else to become the Hokage, like not just from the main trio of characters, like somebody else completely different, have a plot twist? But yeah, this has been it for me. If you're new to the channel, please do subscribe, check out some of my other videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys, have an epic day.